In the beginning of this drama, we see girl named Yu, who was badly bullied in school because of her looks and behavior. That's why you decided to change herself, especially since she was about to transfer to a new school. She first changed her look and also wrote down a few points she wanted to follow in her new school. As soon as you stepped inside the dormitory boundary, she saw a boy angrily yelling at a boy, so fiercely, as if he was the principal of there. Seeing this, you thought that if she didn't do something now, she would remain a coward even in this new school. So she gathered her courage, stepped forward, and told the boy to stop. The boy shouted, "Who said that?" Frightened, you picked up her slipper and said, "I have many such things that I can use as weapons." The boy again shouted, "Who are you anyway?" Trembling, you replied, "My name is Yu, and I've just come to stay in this dormitory." The boy said, "Oh, I see. My name is Hari, and I'm the voice head of this dormitory." You asked, "That means you're also a student?" Hari got angry, threw the broom from his hand, and walked toward her. He said furiously, "Do you even know who you're talking to?" He glared at her, but just then, his hair got stuck in the button of Yu's sweater. Hari said, "I'll count to 5. Before I finish, if you don't free my hair from your button, you're done for." He started counting backward. You tried her best, but it wasn't coming loose. So she quickly took out scissors from her bag and cut the small part of Hari's hair that was caught in her button. That made Hari extremely angry, because he loved his hair more than anything. You apologized and tried to run inside the dorm, but he stopped her and said, "You'll have to pay for this," and kisses her and said, "From now on, you'll have to obey my every word." Then he took you inside and made her introduce herself in front of everyone. You lowered her head and softly said her name. But Hari shouted, "Raise your head and speak louder." Just then, the dormitory supervisor arrived and said she would take you to her room. But Hari interrupted and said, "No need, I'll take her there myself." As punishment, he told her, "For the next 3 months, you'll have to obey every order of mine, because you cut my beloved hair." His first order was to clean the bathroom. After that, Hari left. Poor Yu had thought that after changing herself, she would finally live a happy and exciting high school life. But even here, troubles refused to leave her alone. On top of that, just thinking about Kiss was making her go crazy. Meanwhile, Hari, who had never shown interest in any girl before, told his friend Tae, "I'm not going to leave that girl easily." On the other hand, Yu's condition was already miserable while cleaning. She muttered to herself, "I came here with so many hopes, but the same things are happening to me again, just like my previous school." The next day, Hari also came to school after getting his hair cut short. All the girls went crazy seeing him. After all, Hari was the school's most popular bad boy, and Tae was completely opposite. Tae was called the nation's boyfriend by all the girls. That day was Yu's first day in class. She was given a seat right in front of our devil boy Hari. And soon enough, he started bothering her even in class. Sometimes he kicked her chair, sometimes he snatched the page where she had written the 7 points about what she wanted to do in this new school. When you started looking for that page, Tae noticed her and asked what she was doing. She was surprised because no one had ever spoken to her so kindly before. Tae smiled and introduced himself, telling her that he was the dormitory head. He even offered to help her find her missing page. But you refused politely, not wanting to trouble him. Later, Tae came to you and apologized on behalf of Hari. He told her that he and Hari were childhood friends, and though Hari was rude, he wasn't a bad person at heart. You wondered, how can a demon and an angel be friends? Later, when Tae found her page, he read it and teasingly asked, "So, you don't have any friends or a boyfriend?" You felt very embarrassed. Then Tae jokingly said, "Should I apply to be your candidate?" You became really happy hearing that. She was dancing joyfully when suddenly, Hari threw a basketball at her and shouted, "What are you so happy about?" You said, "I know I was wrong to cut your hair, but why are you troubling me so much?" Hari glared at her angrily. Gathering some courage, you said, "From now on, I won't follow your orders anymore." Hari furiously replied, "You're my slave. You have no choice but to obey me." Hearing that, you couldn't help but laugh and said, "Slave? Are you joking?" Hari snapped, "Does this look like a joke to you? Fine then, go clean all the basketballs after school." So, you started cleaning all the basketballs. After she finished once, Hari came to check and told her to clean them again. When you refused, he locked the door and left. Hari grabs her and said, "Until you completely clean these basketballs, you won't be allowed to leave." After cleaning all the balls, you received another task from Hari to decorate the Christmas tree. You found the Christmas tree and even decorated it. But Hari said there should be a star on top. If it's not here, you'll have to find it. And remember, you must reach the dormitory on time or you'll get punished. You started searching quickly, but she couldn't find the star anywhere. Finally, she asked a classmate about it. The girl told her that it must be in the student council room. This girl's name was Mai, and she even helped you reach the student council room and assisted her in getting the star. Gathering her courage, you asked Mai to be her friend, and Mai happily agreed. Then you remembered she needed to reach the dormitory quickly, so she ran toward it. But she arrived 2 minutes late. Hari stopped her at the gate and did not let her pass. As punishment, he again made her clean the bathroom. After cleaning the bathroom, Hari approached her, raised his hand, and said, "I like girls with neat and clean hair." Then he asked her out for a school date. You couldn't hardly believe it. She almost fell over from excitement. He whispered in her ear, "I'll wait for you at the gate tomorrow." That night, you couldn't sleep, thinking about the date. The next day, Mai and her friend was surprised saw that even Tae, the nation's boyfriend, was dating her. Mai is worried about you. That's why they start chasing them. Someone else was also chasing them, and he was none other than Hari the devil boy. During their date, there were many cute moments that excited Mai's friends a lot. Meanwhile, Hari got very angry. After that, a child spilled juice on you. So, Tae took her to a shop to buy a new dress. Yu forbids him from taking it. But Tae tells her that this is a gift from me to you. Then he gave her another gift, a hairpin, which made her look very cute and happy. But Hari couldn't see her being happy. When you came out of the washroom, Hari stopped her and pulls her cheeks and says, "No need to get too excited." He even threw the hairpin. After finding that hairpin, she comes to Tae, where she met Mai and friends. Mai told her, "I was worried about you, so I followed you. Don't get too carried away by your date." You became very happy hearing this. Then one of their friends reminded them that the dormitory closing time was approaching. Maybe that's why Hari left here. Hearing Hari's name, Tae says, "Did Hari also come with you?" So the boy says that he was with us a while ago, just left for dormitory. Hearing this, Tae understand what is going on with the Hari. After that, they all rush toward the dormitory. Yu falls down, so Tae quickly holds her hand and helps her inside. Inside the room, Tae teases Hari, saying, "You were worried about you, right?" Hari replies, "Since when did I start worrying about her?" Tae says, "Then why did you come to keep an eye on both of us?" Hari smirks and says, "It was just a coincidence." Tae challenges him, "How about we play a game? Let's see who can make you fall for them first." The scene cuts to Yu, who is looking at her list of 7 goals she had made when she entered the school, things she wanted to achieve. She realizes that she has already completed most of them. Number 1, smile more. Number 2, go on a date. She remembers how, unknowingly, she experienced all those things because of Tae. Even when he punished her, he made her talk to others, express her heart, and make friends. Thinking about it, Yu wonders, was it really because of him that I managed to do all this? There was still one point left, which was to make a boyfriend. After that, she goes to the hall where Tae was studying. Just then, Tae comes closer and says, "I really enjoyed our date today. I have a proposal for you. Your last wish was to have a boyfriend, right? So why don't I help make that wish come true?" He comes very close to her, his voice deep and teasing. "Now, how about you do whatever I tell you to do?" Yu is too shy and nervous to speak. She's overjoyed yet scared. But just then, Hari enters the room and says sharply, "She's my slave. She'll only do what I tell her to." Hearing his dark and commanding tone, Yu becomes frightened and nervous. Still, she softly says, "I'll do what Tae tells me to." The scene cuts to Hari, who's talking to Tae, saying angrily, "What exactly is he trying to do? Yu isn't some toy he can play games with." Tak replies coldly, "Why do you care?" She herself said she'll do whatever he tells her to. Hearing that, Hari feels deeply upset. Next day, Yu looks very cheerful, recalling everything that happened yesterday. Then she quietly walks into the classroom and sits down. Tae pulls her hair lightly and says, "No need to get too excited. You have to attend your old school's reunion party." He gives her the invitation card. Yu refuses, saying, "I don't want to go." Tae replies firmly, "No chance. You don't have the right to refuse me. You're going and you'll take a picture with them there." Yu sighs to herself. He's really a total demon boy. While leaving on his way there, she meets Tae. He tells her to go to the dormitory with him. She apologizes to Tae. "Sorry about what I said so shamelessly last time." But Tae just replies coldly, "No need for that. Tae asked you, your last wish was to find a boyfriend, right? So, what if I become your fake boyfriend?" You got shocked and said, "That's impossible." If that really happened, it would be like a dream come true for me. Tae smiled and said, "Then it's decided. From today, I'll be your pretend boyfriend." You looked at him and asked nervously, "But won't it bother you?" He replied softly, "Not at all." Then Tae moved closer. You thought he was about to kiss her, so she closed her eyes tightly. But Tae whispered, "To start our pretend relationship, you need to press the start button," pointing towards his lips. Blushing, you shyly touched his lips with her finger, and from that moment, their fake relationship began. When they walked out of school hand in hand, everyone around them was shocked, especially the girls. Just then, another character entered the story, Susu, a close friend of Hari from childhood. See them both going together. Mai didn't seem happy seeing Hari and Susu together. From her expressions, it was clear Mai liked Hari for a long time. Later, Tae told you, "Let's go on a full date this Sunday." You replied, "But I have my middle school reunion that day." Seeing her uncomfortable face, Tae immediately understood she didn't really want to go. So he said, "If you don't want to, then don't go. You've already gone through a lot. You don't have to do anything that makes you unhappy." Saying this, he gently placed his hand on her head. Just then, Susu arrived, looking for Hari. She smiled and apologized for disturbing them. Tae introduced both of them, and we learned that Hari, Tae, and Susu were childhood best friends. They all sat together in a coffee shop. Susu said playfully, "So, you've even become someone's boyfriend now?" Before Tae could say anything, you quickly explained, "He's just pretending to be my boyfriend to help improve my love skills." Then Susu revealed, "I actually came here because I'm getting married soon." Everyone congratulated her warmly. After that, when you met Susu again, she asked gently, "Do you like Tae?" You immediately said, "No, not at all." Susu then confessed, "I've liked Hari since childhood, but he never noticed me. Even now, I came back here only for him." Meanwhile, Tae teased Hari, "You must have been surprised to see Susu, huh? She came all the way here for you." Hari says, "Don't talk like that, she's getting married." Then we find out here that Tae likes Susu. And Susu like Hari. On the other hand, Susu told you to never come between the two. Then she tells him that she knows Tae like her. But he didn't express his love for me. Because he knows I like Hari. That's why I didn't tell Hari about my feelings. Because I don't want to ruin their friendship. If you fall in love with one of them, remember one thing. Nothing should happen to their friendship. You said softly, "I don't have feelings for both of them." Susu replied, "That's exactly why I came. Both of them need each other. Just remember that." After that, you went to meet Tae. She asked him quietly, "Are you okay?" She said, "I heard you like Susu." Tae asked surprised, "Did Susu tell you that?" You answered calmly, "Yes." Tae says, "Already knew. She's liked Hari for a long time." One-sided love often ends like that, sad and painful. That kind of first love pain doesn't go away easily. You hugged Tae to comfort him and smiled. Tae said, "Then let's go on our date this Sunday." You became extremely excited for her full-day date. She couldn't sleep that night from the excitement. Later she heard piano music and followed the sound. She found no anyone near the piano, sat down and played herself. Finally Sunday arrived. You put her bedsheets out in the sun to dry and lay down for a bit. Then Hari arrived. He teased, "Isn't today your reunion? Why aren't you ready yet?" You replied, "I'm not going." Hari asked why, and she said, "All I have with them are painful memories." I don't want to meet them. I'm not who I used to be, I've changed. Hari laughed lightly. Changed? I don't see any change. You explained that she thinks more positively now and has made many friends, so she could smile again. Hari smiled and urged her, go, and don't forget to take a picture with them. Just then Tae appeared and snapped, stop ordering my girlfriend around. Hari shot back, she will have to listen to me. Tae said firmly, today's our date. She's not going. Hari says from behind, if she goes, there will be a bigger punishment when she returns. The air grew tense between them. You remembered Susu's warning, she shouldn't let their friendship break because of her, and so she chose to go to the reunion. At the reunion, nobody recognized her at first. When she said, it's me you, people gasped. One girl sneered, you used to be so ugly, did you get plastic surgery? You calmly said she changed herself because they used to bully her, she isn't the old you anymore. A boy who used to bully her mocked, don't try to act smart, you're still the same ugly girl. You'll never really change. When you couldn't take it anymore, that bully moved toward her to scare her. But just then, from behind the curtain, our hero Hari appeared dramatically, and along with him came Tae. Tae stopped the bully. Bully voice says, you two must be from her new school, right? That's why you don't know how ugly she used to look. Tae glared and said firmly, she was cute back then, and she's cute even now. The boy yelled angrily, are you crazy? Hari says, you're all crazy. She's still the same girl. But then, both Hari and Tae beat him up together, and he got what he deserved. After that, they walked back with you, and she said softly, thank you. She asked, how did you two even end up here? Hari replied casually, this idiot dragged me along for a walk, that's all. I didn't really want to come. Hari smirked, well, lucky we did. You smiled and thanked them again. Hari teasingly asked for picture, but since you hadn't taken a single photo with them during the reunion, Hari told her playfully, then your punishment is to go back and clean the kitchen. All three of them laughed and ran back to the dormitory. Later, Susu called Hari to wish him good luck. She said gently, I hope you find your true love soon. You know, I always thought I'd be the lucky girl you'd fall for someday, but it seems another girl has already taken my place. Hari, confused, and says, what are you talking about? Susu smiled sadly, oh come on, don't pretend to be innocent. I know you like you. Tae was about to say something, but Susu tells him that Tae will take you. Saying this, she cuts the call. Meanwhile, Yu was sitting in front of the mirror, staring at her reflection. She whispered to herself, I've really changed. Then once again, she heard the sound of a piano. Following the sound, she quietly went closer and peeked inside. There was someone playing, who was Hari. But he noticed her immediately. He called out loudly, hey, come down here. You panicked, I wasn't spying on you. I just heard the piano and came here. Hari says, then come and play it. She blushed, but I don't know how to play. So Hari gently took her hand and guided her fingers over the keys. Yu's heart started beating fast, she could feel it racing. When Hari realizes he's a little too close, he falls behind a little. When they finished, Yu thanked Hari shyly, thanks for teaching me. But Hari teased her, you play really badly, so don't even think about coming here again. Then, he added, as punishment, you'll clean up the garbage tomorrow, and walked away. After he left, Yu looked at her hands and whispered sadly, maybe I should just disappear. My heart really did beat faster for him, even for a moment. Tae had seen everything from above. Later, he came down and said gently to Yu, I think it's time we end our fake relationship. He apologized and said softly, good night, before leaving. Yu felt a little hurt. She had started to actually enjoy that fake relationship with him. Then, the scene shifts to Tae, who tells his friend, I'm quitting the game. Hari says, what? You gave up this quickly? Tae sighed, no, the truth is, it's the opposite. At first, I wasn't interested in her at all. She wasn't even my type. But this was the first time I ever saw you getting attached to a girl like that. Tae says softly, at first, I only got close to her to figure out what made her so different, but now I actually like her. I'm serious about you. Can I make her my girlfriend? So Hari finally admitted, and says she's only mine. Tae laughs and replies, then let's see who wins her heart first, you or me. He clenches his fist, for love, I'll fight till the end. And that's how the real battle of hearts begins. Later, Yu shown as having fulfilled all her wishes with the help of a devil and an angel boy. Yu rips up her old wish list. She smiles because she's finally changed from inside. The next morning, she gets ready for school, confident, happy, and glowing. When she steps outside, she's surprised to see Tae and Hari both standing there, waiting for her. Confused, Yu asks, "Why are you two waiting here?" Both of them say at the same time for Yu. Yu looks at them in shock. What's going on today? Why are both of them waiting for me? They invite her to walk with them, and as she joins, she smiles to herself and thinks, This must be the start of the next chapter of my high school life. At school, Hari suddenly calls out from behind, "Hey, don't forget, you're still my slave." He pulls her close and gives her a quick kiss. Yu pushes him back and says, "I won't listen to you anymore." But Hari whispers, "You have no choice. You'll have to listen to me from now on." Just then, Tae walks in from behind and says firmly, "Press start button." Yu blinks. "Will you again pretend to be my fake boyfriend?" But Tae steps closer and says, "No. That fake relationship is already over. From now on, it'll be something real. So press the start button." So, Yu touches his lips. Tae says, "I will tell you from now know what real love is like," and he kisses her. Yu stands there completely stunned. She can't understand what's happening. First, Hari kissed her, and now Tae did too. Tae looks at Hari with a half smile. "Now I've left my mark on you. I'm not backing down anymore." The next at class, Yu sits down quietly, but Hari pulls her hair playfully and gives her another punishment. "You'll clean the courtyard." But that punishment was just an excuse. Hari was acting strange, as if jealous, as if trying to keep her close. She looked at him confused, wondering what his strange behavior meant. During break, Yu sat with her friends, still thinking about all of this. And just then, Tae came and said with a calm but serious tone, "Yu, come with me. I need to tell you something." He looked into her eyes and said, "I like you." Yu stared at him in disbelief. How could a famous boy like him ever fall for someone like me? Hari says seriously, "I really mean it. I'm serious about you." Hearing this, the three jealous girls nearby look furious at Yu. Later that day, Yu is cleaning the courtyard, but her mind keeps wandering back to what Hari said earlier. Did he really mean that proposal? She wonders again and again. Just then, Hari, the devil boy, appears and piles more cleaning work on her. As he starts to leave, Yu quickly stop him and says, "Can't you stop doing all that to me?" Here she was telling him about Hari's kiss. He walks closer and teases her, still can't figure out what situation that was. Or do you want something more? Those same three jealous girls see the two of them close, misunderstand everything. Look at her. First Tae, now Hari, she's flirting with both the hottest boys in school. So, out of jealousy, they decide to prank her. They paste a fake notice outside the boys' bathroom saying, "Due to maintenance, girls may use this bathroom until 8 p.m. Later, Yu innocently enters the boys' bathroom, thinking it's allowed. Outside, the three girls quickly remove the fake notice and giggle. Yu starts taking bath, when suddenly, Hari walks in, not realizing she's inside. Startled, Yu hides in the water, trying not to make a sound. But when Hari notices someone there, he freezes in shock. "Yu, what are you doing here?" "This is the boys' bathroom." Before she can say more, they both hear footsteps approaching. Tae is coming in. In a panic, Hari hides Yu behind him. Tae finishes his shower and leaves without noticing anything. But Yu had stayed underwater for too long and suddenly faints. Panicking, Hari lifts her out of the water and carries her to her room. When Yu regains consciousness, she was shocked realizing she's wearing Hari's shirt. She was even more shocked to see Hari in her room. She quickly covers herself with a blanket, hiding her face. Embarrassed, she says, "Don't look. I haven't even put on makeup." Hari smiles softly. "No matter how you look, you're still you." He says that and leaves quietly. Later, he even finds those three girls and gives them a stern warning for what they did. That night, Yu keeps thinking about Hari, her heart racing faster than ever. Meanwhile, Hari sits alone at the piano, playing a calm, beautiful tune. Hearing it, Yu whispers to herself, "How can a boy like this play piano very good?" Then another boy, Kaji, comes up to her and says, "He's a good guy, you know. He just doesn't know how to express his emotions, so he does it through music." Yu asks curiously, "Why do you defend him so much?" Kaji smiles. "Back in middle school, when everyone bullied me, Hari was the one who saved me. Since then, I've always respected him." The next day, my visits Yu's dorm room. When she sees Hurry's shirt there, she frowns slightly and asks, "Is this Hurry's shirt?" Yu panics and quickly hides it behind her back, stammering, "And no, it's nothing." Before she can say something, Kaji shows up and invites them to play basketball. So they all head to the court. During the match, where Mai defeats Kaji. When Kaji sees Hari, he invites him to play. Hari and Mai play. In the end, Mai loses, but instead of being upset, she smiles and says, "Even if I lose, I'm still happy." At that moment, Tae comes and challenged Hari for basketball, for which he asks to bet something. Hari says, "Whoever wins this match gets you." The match begins. Mai is very happy when Hari scores a goal. Seeing this, Yu asks Mai, "Do you like Hari?" Yu notices her reaction and teases softly, "Since when did you like him?" Mai hesitates, then admits, "I started liking him last summer, during swimming class. I was drowning because of muscle cramp, and Hari saved me. Since then, I slowly started liking him." Yu smiles, "So I'll support you, right?" The basketball match continues. Hari wins against Tae, but Tae smiles, saying, "I won't back down. I'm serious about you." That night, heavy rain pours, and the cold makes you shiver. Sitting nearby, Hari gently holds her hand to comfort her. Suddenly, the lights go out. Tae goes to find a torch. While everyone leaves to help, Hari stays behind, hug her from behind. He whispers, "Maybe you forgot, you're mine." He leans closer, leaving a soft mark on her neck, says, "Now you will remember that you are mine." Yu tells him to leave, but he doesn't leave her. But he says, "I don't care if anyone sees us." He goes to his place before everyone else arrives. Tae notices the mark on Yu's neck. At night, Yu notices the mark. She thinks, "Is this a love bite?" Worried about this, she says, "It feels like poison has spread throughout her body." Her phone buzzes. It's Mai. The message reads, "Thank you. I feel so good sharing my feelings about Hari with someone for the first time." Yu smiles, deciding to forget all worries and just cheer her. The next day at school, Kaji surprises everyone with tickets to Amazon Park. Yu agrees to go, but there are 2 extra tickets. Yu suggests inviting Hari along so Mai and Hari can spend time together. The next day, Tae also joins them. He laughs and says, "Finally, we get to spend the day together." Kaji tells them, "There's a famous legend of the Ferris wheel. It says that any couple who kisses at the very top will stay together forever." Hearing this, Tae looks at Yu and smiles. She blushes hard, while Hari remains expressionless as always. At the Amazon Park, they all enjoy several rides together. But later, Yu starts feeling cold. So Tae gently takes her hand and puts it inside his jacket pocket to keep her warm. While Hari gets very angry seeing this, Yu secretly tells Mai to ask Hari to ride with her. She even messages Tae to leave them alone for a while. So Tae quietly goes off somewhere, and Mai shyly asks Hari to join her on the ride. At first, Hari agrees and gets on the ride with her. Meanwhile, Yu goes wandering around the park with Tae. Yu's foot starts hurting and Tae notices. He kneels down and wraps a bandage on her ankle, which making Yu feel more comfortable. Then Tae back hugs her and says, "I was waiting for you, but now I can't stop myself anymore." He asks her to look in his eyes. "Look at me, only at me." She tells herself she should be happy right now, but somehow her heart feels confused instead. The scene cuts here. It was evening and everyone had separated. Yu and Tae end up sitting together. Tae goes to get something to drink. Hari comes in angry and grabs her hand and takes her with him. He puts her on the Ferris wheel and come closer to her. The scene cuts here. Just then, Tae returns, holding drinks in his hands. But Yu isn't there. A moment later, he sees Mai walking toward him. He asks her about Hari. She tells him that Hari was with me until a while ago, but now I don't know where he went. After a while, Kaji also reached there looking for them, but Hari was not with him either. Then Tae looks at the Ferris wheel. He runs towards Ferris wheel and looks at its top. We see Hari and Yu on the top of Ferris wheel, where Hari kisses Yu. Tae, Kaji, and Mai waiting for them. After a while, they both return. Tae asks Hari you both were together, but she lies and says she met Hari on her way. Tae looks at Hari and Mai looks at Yu. The scene cuts. Later that night, Yu is cleaning the dining hall, but her mind keeps going back to the Ferris wheel moment. She tells herself that she could stop him, but he didn't stop him kissing. She gets confused about her feelings again. At night, Tae says to Hari, "If Yu chooses you, everything will end between us." The next morning, Yu is cleaning the courtyard. She hears the sound of the piano. She goes into the piano room. There's no one there, so she starts playing softly. Hari steps beside her, places his hand on hers, and together they play a slow, emotional tune. When the song ends, Hari looks at her and says quietly, "From today, you're free. Our contract is over. You don't have to listen to me anymore." Yu stares at him, trembling. "Why, all of a sudden?" Hari says, "Because I'm tired of hurting you again and again." Yu says it was good and starts to leave. She was crying and even went to her room and cried a lot. From this, it becomes clear that Yu never wanted to end this contract, and it also shows that Yu has feelings for Hari. The next day at school, Yu stays quiet and doesn't talk to anyone. Even when Tae calls her, she doesn't hear him because her mind is lost thinking about Hari. He asks her, "Did something happen today? Why are you in such a bad mood?" Yu, trying to act normal, smiles and says, "No, I'm totally fine." He then asks, "Did Hari say something to you?" She laughs softly and replies, "He's freed me from our contract, right? I'm free now, so his words don't matter to me anymore." But after a while, Yu becomes upset again. When she was going to clean the dining hall and dormitory, she sees Kaji, one of her friends, cleaning. Yu quietly walks back to her room. Just then, she hears the sound of a piano. The melody makes her think about Hari again. On the other side, Hari is going through the same thing. He keeps thinking about you all the time. Next day, she admits her feelings to Mai, apologizing, "I don't even know when it started, but I realized it yesterday. I like Hari." Mai gently tells her, "You don't have to say sorry. Our friendship doesn't depend on this. We're still friends." But you had feared that once she found out, she would end their friendship. No matter how hard Hari tries, he can't hide his feelings for you anymore. So, Hari challenges Tae once again to a basketball match. Tae asks, "What's the bet this time?" Hari says, "You already know that." Tae then asks, "Then why did you give up before? Was it because of me?" Hari shakes his head. "It's nothing like that." Tae says, "No, admit it. You always give up on things because of me. The girl you like, you gave her up for your best friend. Doesn't that make you feel cool?" Hari snaps, "What nonsense are you talking about?" Tae continues, "Look around, our kindergarten teacher, Susu, my dog, everyone I liked ended up liking you. Every time, I lost to you. But what hurts the most is that you never even saw me as your rival. You just gave up again to look like the cool guy." Then begins the battle for love. Both of them play with full intensity, blocking each other's shots. Neither lets the other score. After a long time, they decide whoever makes the next basket will win. Hari takes the final shot. The scene cuts there. The next morning at school, Tae calls Yu to talk. Yu apologizes to him, saying she likes someone else. Tae smiles and says, "Thank you. This is the first time I've truly lost to Hari." Then he jokingly points to his lips and says, "Now press the reset button so I can erase all the feelings I had for you." Yu presses the imaginary button, and Tae gently pushes her forward, telling her to go. Yu runs off to find Hari. A flashback shows that Hari had made the final basket and won the match. Later, he had confessed to Tae that he had never lost to anyone before, except one person, and that person was Tae only. Everything is fine between the two of them. Back to the present, Yu runs everywhere searching for Hari. But she not found Hari anywhere. At the same time, Hari calls her and told her to come to the park in 5 minutes. She runs toward him. On the way, she meets Mai. Mai smiles and cheers for her, says her to go for it. Yu finally reaches Hari. He says you are 3 minutes late. You said I don't have to listen to you anymore, she reminds him. He smiles, I take that back. I'm extending our contract forever. Because you're mine. But Yu says softly, I don't want to follow your words anymore, but I like you. Hearing that, Hari is stunned. She hugs him tightly, and he blushes, trying to pull away. As he turns to leave, she runs after him and says, Are you feeling shy? He says, Don't come closer, or I'll kiss you. She tells him, It's okay. She closes her eyes for kiss. He blushes even more, looking shy. He turns to go again, but Yu, in his own style, suddenly kisses him. The series ends beautifully with this beautiful scene.